Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about all of the professions in this game, but I feel like it's going to be a super long video, so I don't know if I'll end up combining everything later on in a future video, but for now I'm just going to take these on individually. So for this video we're going to talk about the Ringcrafting bench, and then the next episode or at some point I'll talk about a different bench, and I'll kind of give you guys tips on the best ways to complete them. And I actually don't have the bench in this world, but I just wanted to show off this pretty cool build. This was built by a couple of my friends. This is looking actually super amazing, and then if we go over here, there's a super big tower. Anyway, we'll get onto that part in a different video. Let's not get sidetracked here. Good song, by the way. Anyway, so Ringcrafting bench, we have a few tabs here. I say a few, there's quite a bit of tabs here, but this is probably the easiest one to do out of every single bench. So if you're like brand new to the game, this is pretty much for you. You can easily do this, and if you're later on like more mid-game and you still haven't completed this, I would go ahead and do this because it's free match screen. It's pretty easy to do. So what you want to do is you're going to start off in the newbie tab, and you're going to need a certain amount of levels to get to the next point here. So as you can see, I'm Ringcrafting 300. That means I completed all of the requirements here, so I have the last tab unlocked. So you craft 50 things from here, then this will unlock at level 50, so then you're gonna have to craft 50 things from here to get to the level 100 part. You can't just craft stuff in the beginning to unlock the later stuff. That would be too easy. So I don't know, you guys get the point. Craft things from here to unlock this, craft things from here to unlock this, so on and so forth. Now the resources that you'll need is pretty much just Flux and Shapestone, but it's not a lot. Like you can easily accomplish this in pretty much a day. The Shapestone, that's not too bad to get. If you farm on a Tuesday, just go, I don't know, any Uber world, there's anywhere that has Shapestone, just go mine some of that. Tuesday is bonus ore day, so you will get some extra ore. I wouldn't really recommend buying it from the market because it's really easily obtainable. It's not like a rare resource. And then the Flux, it's only 3 Flux. Honestly, you can do a couple dungeons even if you're new to the game and loot collect that gear, which will also just give you Flux. And if you do drop a shadow, that will give you extra bits of Flux, which will help you complete this tab pretty easily. So honestly, just like, I don't know, maybe not even half an hour of dungeon grinding, you can get just enough Flux. And then same thing goes with the Shapestone. I would grind a little bit more Shapestone because you'll need Shapestone for other things in the future, but it's not going to take you that long either way. So what you want to do here is from the quest line, actually, when you're first starting out, it's going to ask you to craft a ring, so you're probably going to have a certain amount of levels already. So if you don't have a ring, you can kind of just get one for whatever character you have. If you have magic damage, you can get this one. If you have physical, you can get this one. They're really bad, but it is a start, I guess. But what I would recommend is actually crafting these, which require primordial flames. Now these are a little bit more tricky to get. They're common but not as common, and they're less in veins, as you will see with Shapestone and other stuff. You can find these at the Dragonfire Peaks. I've seen them in other worlds as well, like you can find them in Candoria as well. But the nice thing about this is that you'll need one of these to craft the diamond, and then obviously the Shapestone and Flux. It is a little bit more, but honestly it's pretty doable. You guys can do this no problem. So gather Shapestone, gather Flux. Just by, you know, doing dungeons, you'll end up having to do that anyway, just leveling up characters and all that stuff. And then the same thing on a Tuesday, just go out, farm some primordial flames, and you'll be good to go. So once you've crafted your diamonds, you're gonna go to the Dabbler tab, and as you can see, we need diamonds. So that's a good thing you crafted them. We have diamonds and we have Shapestone. So it doesn't really matter which ones you craft because you're mainly just doing this for the levels. You could give one of these to your characters, but it doesn't really matter too much because you're trying to get to the end point here where you can get a crystal ring, which overall will give you better stats. So anyway, long story short, use the diamonds and the Shapestone, add on 50 more levels here, and then you'll unlock this. You know, same thing, diamond, Shapestone, you'll move on to this, and then same thing, diamond, Shapestone. You see, you're gonna need quite a bit of Shapestone, but it's honestly not that much farming. And then we go over to the master. Would you look at that? We got some more diamonds and more Shapestone. Now, this is where things change because we have this tab over here which has shadow diamonds and celestial diamonds. So from here, you can actually get yourself stellar rings, which is the ones on the bottom here. Don't get it confused with the ones up here. It's the bottom ones down here. So these are going to be a little bit more costly if you're like super new. We'll need celestial diamonds, forged stellar souls, and cinnabar. The nice thing about this specific bench is that everything you see is tradable. You can go for the celestial diamonds and use those to level up your Lord of the Rings thing here. Or if you end up wanting to craft a bunch of stellar rings, you can do that as well and just give, you know, whatever you need to your other characters. But I would just go ahead and craft the celestial diamonds because you'll need these to craft your crystal rings, as you can see there. You'll need shadow diamonds as well, but honestly these boxes are tradable. Once you get to this point, you can save up enough Flux, maybe buy it from the market. Or if you level up your characters past 30, you can get some Trovian loops and your primal loop for whatever character you're using. If you're not sure on how any of that stuff works, I can explain that in a future video. But the main point for this video is basically just completing this bench. So once you're at this point, you're pretty much done, and you'll have access to the crystal rings. This is honestly the easiest bench that you can do out of all of them. The rest are going to be a lot more complicated, but I will do my best to explain those if you would like me to. But anyway, if you have enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you want to see a tutorial for a future Trove video, then drop it down in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to take a look at that. And on that note, I will see you all later.